You recognize this game right here? Yeah, you guessed it. It is Super Mario Galaxy. A masterpiece of a game. But did you know the fact that this game is almost 18 years old? I know, that's a really long time. And I think you also know the fact that in almost 2 decades, video games can and will change a lot. Now that you know this, you may be curious if Super Mario Galaxy is still worth playing to this day. Don't worry, because I'm going to tell you the answer in this video. So stay tuned, and without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I'll be talking about Super Mario Galaxy's graphics, which by the way, hold up really well, especially for a Wii game. The vibrant colors of this game contrast really well with the dark blue void environment that is shown all throughout Mario Galaxy in mostly any level. Also, the art style from Super Mario Galaxy is really similar to the new art styles from newer Mario games like Super Mario 3D World and Super Mario Odyssey. The newer art styles from newer Mario games mostly consist of childish and exaggerated character designs, vibrant colors, and really nice looking backgrounds. Now, you know that the visuals of this game still look great, but can the same thing be said about the soundtrack? Unfortunately, it cannot, because the soundtrack is truly close to perfection. It created songs that are so good that they are still often featured in Super Smash Bros. And Nintendo concerts to this day. The combinations of visuals and soundtrack of Super Mario Galaxy is so good that you'll have a blast just by looking at this game and listening to it. Now that you know the fact that the soundtrack and visuals of this game still hold up really well, you may be curious if the gameplay mechanics do the same thing. Thankfully, they do. The gravity mechanics, smooth controls, new and creative power-ups feel just as innovative today as they did in 2007. First of all, I do love the fact that this game takes place in space. It still feels really innovative to run around upside down surfaces, spherical worlds, and tiny planets. Also, I like traditional platformers. You're not just running left or right. You are constantly reorienting yourself, and this makes the gameplay feel much more fun and creative. Some other things I enjoy are gravity tricks, like jumping between planets, being pulled towards surfaces, and so much more. For some reason, they feel really nice, and it is also really fun to watch Mario's face expressions while he's doing them. Talking about Mario, he's got a new ability in Super Mario Galaxy, the spin attack. He can be really useful when you aren't able to reach a platform or when you have to face an enemy. The spin attack made the combat system in Mario Galaxy much more enjoyable, at least for myself. Now, instead of panicking when I see an enemy approaching, I just use the spin attack. This makes the levels a lot more enjoyable for me because I don't have to worry about common annoying enemies like Goombas, and I can just focus on the level itself and admire its beauty. Talking of the levels, they are just fantastic. There is so much variety that it is going to take you a long time to get bored of them. For example, you can go from flying as a bee in the sky to avoiding lava bubbles in a freezing environment to fighting a piranha plant on steroids. These are just some of the few galaxies and samples. I'm sure you're going to have fun exploring mostly all of them. Now, let's talk about the impact that Super Mario Galaxy had. Well, this game was so good that it basically redefined 3D Mario games forever. Mostly every 3D Mario game that has come out after Galaxy has kept the main elements that make this game so good, like the snappy and precise controls, great soundtrack and great and childish looking art style. This formula can be seen in Super Mario Odyssey, for example, and you can see for yourselves what a great game this turned out to be. Both of these games also had a unique factor that made them so good. Odyssey had plenty of kingdoms, plenty of stuff to do, while Galaxy had the unique idea of the game taking place in outer space where there is no gravity and plenty of interesting to explore. Even though there is a 10-year gap between these games, you really can't say the fact that Super Mario Galaxy is worse than Odyssey. And also, you can say the fact that Odyssey is a bad game. It is in fact extraordinary. Mario Galaxy is just such a polished game that I bet it will still be relevant even 20 years from now on. There is something about so unique that simply makes it become timeless. Before going to try out this game for yourself or revisit it, I will give you a short recap. Super Mario Galaxy still holds up really well visually. Even though the graphics aren't as good as newer titles in the Mario universe, you can't say the fact that they are bad. Yes, they will be a bit pixelated, especially if you play it on the Wii, but you have to keep in mind that both the Wii and game are going to turn 20 years old soon. I consider this to be a small drawback, given the fact that the soundtrack and gameplay mechanics of this game are simply amazing. Like I said earlier, Super Mario Galaxy was the first Mario game to have a fully orchestrated soundtrack. This made the songs of this game to be extraordinary. They are full of emotion and also go really well with the environment that you're in. Now, let's talk about the gameplay mechanics, which are truly awesome. They make Mario Galaxy feel so much fun. Most of the mechanics aren't groundbreaking, but they simply make your gaming experience much better. The best example in this case is the spin attack, an ability that sounds really simple, just doing a spin attack, but makes your experience so much better. I find myself using it really often. It saved me a lot of time in combat and it prevented me from falling off a platform so many times. This is just one of the nice mechanics that this game has, but I'll let you find the other ones for yourself. So, will you visit or play Mario Galaxy for your first time after this video? Before leaving this video, I'd really appreciate if you could leave me a like and leave me some feedback in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. I was David. Bye. Have a nice day.